chapter 7. We're going to pick up on slide 17. So fixed order quantity models. We're going to talk a little bit about some models for inventory here. There are 3 that we're going to talk about, and they use fixed guidelines, parameters, to figure out how many we should order. So I'm going to start with, if I wanted to order cans of soda, I shouldn't order 13. And you know why? Because a 12 pack is already set up. It's already packaged that way. If I order 13, I have to get my 12 pack and then I have to have 1 random spare can. That's one of the reasons why we want to order, because if I tell you that you can only order in 12 packs but you need 13, I'm going to make you buy 24, and you don't need 24. You're spending money that you don't need to spend. You're having inventory that you don't need to have because you didn't order in a good quantity. So here is how we figure out the EOQ. The EOQ is a decision model that we based on between, is it going to cost me more to hold this for a year, or is it going to cost me more to place the order and get it here? So the order cost is how much it costs, and this is called, we talked about earlier, the setup cost. So this is setting up our kitchen, figuring out how many of these we're going to make, and then saying we need the cleaner, the baggies, the peanut butter, the bread, all that out. Holding cost or carrying cost is once we've built it and we have our completed lunch, how much does it cost us to store it? So that we also keep in mind that we would have had to pay for the bread, the peanut butter, the baggies, everything that we already have. We would have had to pay for that before we're able to sell the finished lunch. If we have to hold it for a week, we have to make sure we have enough money that we can buy all that at the front end and not get paid until the end. This is on your test. Assumptions of the EOQ model is that I need to know how many of these do I need, and what I need to know, it has to be constant. I'm going to need 1 lunch every day for 5 days. The order lead time. I need to know how long does it take me to order the bread, how long does it take to get all the stuff that I need to buy here. I need to have replenishment be instantaneous. So when I use something up, it's got to be replaced immediately. The price has to be constant. I have to know how much it's going to cost me to store it. I have to know how much it's going to cost me to set it up. And I cannot run out of anything. I cannot get down to make the last sandwich and only have 1 slice of bread. You're going to have to come up with a couple of those. I think 4 out of the 7. Do not look at this. Do not panic. Do not look at this. Do not panic. Do not look at this. Do not panic. All right. So the quantity discount or price-based model is a different thing. You've probably seen this a million times in your personal life. If you buy 1, it's $1. If you buy 2, we'll sell you 2 for $1.75, or we'll sell you 5 for $4, something like that. That is a price break model, or they call that the quantity discount model. That should make sense to you, because a quantity discount model or a price break model is something that you've probably seen a million times in your personal life. So this should be an easy one to understand. The economic manufacturing quantity model, or the production order quantity model, I did not put this on your test, but all this is saying is that I can use part of what I've got. I don't need to have an entire order come in. I can have part of the order come in from a replenishment standpoint, and I can still make it. So let's just say I was only going to get a half of a loaf of bread. I can continue to make sandwiches with that first half of the loaf of bread while I wait for the rest of the loaf of bread to come in. I don't have to only get it in that. So that's why the instantaneous replenishment assumption is a little relaxed. All right, statistical reorder point. So this should be very easy to understand with this example. So the ROP, reorder point, says when there's this much milk left in the refrigerator, I need to go to the store and I need to buy some more. That's it. All it says is let's figure out when it gets down to this much, it's time to order more. Whatever that this much is, if I'm using 6 gallons of milk a day, then maybe when I get down to 3 gallons of milk, I need to reorder. If I'm using 100 reams of paper in my office building every month, then maybe when I get to 25 or 20, I'm going to ask someone to automatically place an order. The beauty of an automated supply chain is that you can set this up in a system, and if the inventory is being constantly monitored, no one has to intervene. We just look at it and we say, it's at 30, it's at 29, it's at 28, 27, 26, 25. Oop, kick out a purchase order, and it places the order and gets the order replenished. So that's all this is. This sounds like a lot of complication, but that's all this is. So you want to make sure that you are continuously reviewing and periodically reviewing your inventory. Most companies that do manufacturing are checking their inventory on a monthly basis, hand checking it, double checking it. The system says I have 480 bottles of whatever. I'm going to go count physically that I really do have 480. They don't do it for every part. A lot of times they only do it for A or maybe some B inventory, but they are checking things on some kind of rotational basis on a regular system to double check that there hasn't been a problem with the system. It's reality. All right, that's the end of chapter 7. We're going to move now to chapter 8.